Hello, my name is Catherine DeGovia. I'm applying for the master's program in speech language pathology at Cal State University San Marcos. And before applying to graduate school, I was a public defender in Los Angeles County. And stress and pressure are just part of the everyday experience of your job. I do remember one instance in particular, however, where I had a client who was in drug court. He was doing treatment for substance use disorder instead of being sent to jail. So he had done very well. He was close to the end. But on this particular day, he had a positive test for controlled substances. And he swore up and down he hadn't done anything, but he had been sick earlier in the week and taken cold medicine. So that maybe would have been a reason for a false positive. And I presented this information to the judge, and the judge just didn't believe me. And he said, though, look, I know your client's doing well. I won't give him any more punishment, but he does have to admit he was using controlled substances. And I said, no, that wasn't acceptable. And I asked if the judge would give me some more time to look into the issue and see if I could shed any light on what was happening. And the judge wasn't happy. He grumbled, but I wouldn't move on that, and he did eventually give me the time I needed, and I was able to find out that that cold medicine in fact does cause false positives. It's even documented in the scientific literature. So I was able to pull that, show it to the judge, and my client didn't have to admit to doing anything wrong because he really hadn't. And that just reminded me that it's really important to keep your first principles in mind. You always have to protect your client. And it can be easy to want to cave into pressure if you're under a high pressure situation, especially from somebody who's in a position of power. But this was a good reminder that you can be respectful and be heard. And I believe that with this kind of experience, I'll be able to handle the pressures of graduate school.